Morning folks, Friday morning, Massey Dave here, hope you're all well. As always, thank you for your comments and likes, much appreciated. Anybody else who's watched the show of what's happening here, as it is just whatever happens, when it happens, nothing made up, nothing hidden. Problems, we find them, we deal with them. Problem obviously with this, got a couple of runs. So I'm going to flat this off, blow it over again, make it look as close to good as I can get it. So best get on with the show this morning. Right, that's better. The run that was there is gone. And the one we had there was gone. So let's mix a bit of paint up and flash this over. We've got 2 coats on that. That's looking a lot better. Let's give it another one in a bit. I have just gone over this bit again here as well, because I had a couple of little runs there I spotted. So yeah, big improvement. There it is, finished. And we got, yeah, that's a lot better. Worth doing. Didn't take that long to do, but certainly damn sight better than it was. Likewise up there. Worth doing. Anyway, before I left yesterday, I did do a bit on the dashboard. So here's what happened yesterday afternoon before I left. Before I left today, tomorrow, whichever day, this Thursday, I thought I'd just spend a bit of time stripping the dashboard down. So we've got oil pressure and temperature gauge out, clean the gauges up, just remove the lights out the top here, and we'll clean those up and get a bit of paint on them. And then we can slowly start stripping the rest of this out, ready for new loom, because it's been bits added and taped up, and I don't know what's gone on here. Something's happened there, been joined into. These are the covers off the top of the dash lights, cleaned up. We'll get a bit of gloss back on there, and we've just extracted the broken screw that was in the flap there, so that's ready to clean up and free the hinge up on that one. So bit of gloss black on those. Another one extracted, cleaned up all right. You can go in the tub out the way. So we've done the temperature gauge. So yeah, chipping away quietly. That bit white, that bit of wire's got something joined into because it's broken on the terminal of the plug. But at least we got the plugs. That's why that bit there has been cobbled together and goes off to wherever it went to. Other end of that would have been actually 2 power supplies, one from the starter and one from the alternator. That's what that is, which go to the ammeter. Back on the dashboard, we're just getting bits and pieces off, taking them apart, cleaning them as we go, and then go in the tub out the way. So they're ready to deal with when it goes back on. So we've just got light switch ignition, cigarette lighter, and the indicator switch to get out. Get that little rubber grommet out the way. And then we'll check these, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So we've got the light switches out, we've got them in the blast cabinet here. We're just going to give these a bit of a blast up, pin blast, get them a bit cleaner looking, and then we'll test them and see if they're performing as they should. Right, I'm checking the lights. So number 2 is the power in, number 1 is work lights. So we'll put all the way around the work light one, power on number 2, work light 1 works. That one for work lights main beam, that's our number 5. Main beam works. Main beam work light, that works. 6 is dip beams, that's back another one, side lights and high beam, no, low beam, sorry. 1, 2, dip beam works. Should have side lights as well. Side lights work. It's alright. And side lights high beam, that's the next one. So we should still have side lights. Yeah. That switch works. Hoorah! Believe it or not, all 3 of those bulbs work. So I'll put this in the glass cabinet, give that a clean up. The dashboard done. Moving on to the heater box, blower motors. I'm pretty sure they do work. We'll just check them again, then we can extract the remains of the wiring, get those unbolted out of there, and tidy it up and put to one side. And that'll be another bit there ready for blasting and cleaning and sorting. Power probe plugged in. Well, that one works. Lovely. Let's find the wire for the other side. It's that one down there. Let's stick that on to it. See what I'm doing. I'll put your glasses on really. What's going to happen? Does he work? He's working. Brilliant. Strip them out, clean them up, put them to one side. There's a story to tell. That earth clamp there, oh, that ring terminal there, that's not like an original 1970s. That's a modern one. Same with that one there. And there's a different kind of flange here because it's only bolted on 4 bolts. And there should be effectively 6. The original rubber flap, and it looks like the same. Oh no, he's got the 6 in this side. But something's changed on that one. Perhaps it was a slightly later motor. Second 79. That's interesting. And that one's 3876. So obviously that's been replaced. And it was a slightly updated version, I dare say, hence only 4 bolts rather than the full 6. Interesting. Well, I'm busy just stripping stuff down, getting pins out. That one is seized on the shaft. I've got this one freed up, but I also need to get it freed up to get the pin out. Well, a bit of heat works wonders. That's now spinning on the shaft. So we've got a bit of hope of getting the pin out. We've got to get the circlip out. Might put a bit of lube in there just to ease things along a little bit. Right, this is the knob for the internal and external circulation. It's not seized on the cable, but it's seized in there. I wonder if we can get that freed up. Bit of heat, bit of persuasion. He's freed out. You can see the amount of rust that was in there. But yeah, that's another bit saved. Right, moving on to the windscreen wiper for the front. Let's see what happens there. That's alive. We have motion. And the other one, we have the fast and the slow. He's good. Right, let's try this here rear one. Which is here, not over there. We got anything on this? Switch. Anything there? Nah. He's not working. Let's pop the cover off and check the windings inside. Yep, that'll be white. Somebody's been in here before and, well, that should be a spring on there, but whatever that is not a spring. Elastic band, perhaps, once upon a time. But it had some wet in it. Wonder if we touch those together it will work. Come on. It works. That's something. At least it's not completely at it. I'm not sure about the connections via the switch, but at least the motor works. This is definitely salvageable. Works on the switch. I'm going to make a spring to fit on there. That will fit onto there nicely. We've just got to shorten this one, make a loop to fit it onto that. Brilliant. Well, that's worked out quite well. That actually does what it's supposed to. Job say, better than an elastic band. Put that back together and it can be cleaned up. Well, I spent a bit of time stripping fittings off ends of cables and that, and black hands again. I've taken these off the hoses just to see if they are salvageable. 9 times out of 10 they've had it. They're seized solid, but that one moves and operates. On the next one, he doesn't look, he's not that great, but it does, it is twisting. So I think a bit of TLC, we might be able to save certainly 2. We'll have a look at the 3rd and the 4th. We'll give it a go anyway. Right, I'm going to leave them soaking some diesel. Hopefully they'll free the balls up. Give them a bit of a chance. Some seat steel has arrived. 3mm, 2mm and 1.5 and some bright bar for making bits, and we just had back the starter motor and alternator, serviced and overhauled for that one over there. Some seat steel has arrived, 3mm, 2mm and 1.5, and some bright bar for making bits, and we just had back the starter motor and alternator, serviced and overhauled for that one over there. Right, let's get this thing lifted up, back on a pallet, and move it out of the way so we've got some space to fill up with other stuff. So, crane's attached, strops are on, pins are in, pallets there ready, up we go. Wifey's been down here having to tidy up, cab's down anyway. She cleaned all this out in here, because we need to get in there, do the seals in that, and get a new bearing for there, because that's not very good, so that's a bit cleaner to work in now. I'm going to brush up. I've just filed that sheet steel out of the way. 3mm short steel, sheet steel, 75 kilos. Managed to get it up there out the way. Let's get the wheels off of this. We can give that a bit of a steam cleanie and get it in ready to start pulling apart and going through it. So we got some nuts off already. It's just 2 each side, so we just take them off, flop the wheels down, deal with that, and then sort the wheels out another day. Minimised it down, giving it a good dose of degreasery stuff, let that stew for a minute or two and get it clean. Then hopefully we can get the drain plugs out at the end of the reduction hubs and let the oil drain out of that overnight. That's the plan anyway. Well, she's looking a bit cleaner, to say the least. At least we're not going to get too dirty, but then nothing new there. We usually get dirty anyway. So let's get her in and see if we can get the drain plugs out. Make sure your filler plug comes undone. And we've got a spanner on this one, and he has come undone. What's going to come out of it though? Anything? Nothing? Clean? Dirty? Oh. Nothing at the moment. Oh, there we go. That's looking a bit black, isn't that? Lovely. Well, at least it's draining. Number 2 is draining again. Looking a little bit better, not quite as dirty. Don't look too shabby, do it, folks? Pretty pleased with that. Right, just having a little bit of time on mine for half an hour or so on a Friday afternoon. So we've just disconnected some pipes here, and this is my chronic filter housing down in here. You can get that off, and I'm hoping, yeah, not very far away, I got the recycling man coming to collect me waste oil. And one other delivery due, which hopefully is going to turn up soon, because it is Friday, and Friday means beer o'clock. That's the plan anyway, but I thought I had a bit of time here on this one, because I want to get it done. And I'm sure you want to see it done, along with everything else that's got to be done round here. We've got piles of bits over there fished out ready for that, wheels and cab, and yeah, we've had a busy old week. Delivery has arrived. 4 slave cylinders, 2 master cylinders, all being refurbished. So yeah, one's for well, the 4 cylinders are for that axle and that tractor, and one's for another customer for the master cylinder, which he didn't send his pot, so it's got the extra seals in there for it. So happy days. Then the flappy panels will wash off for mine out there. He's a bit bent, and where is it? One of them's broken. It's broken on there. So we'll see if we can extract these. See if we can get the pins out and straighten them up a little bit. One side was already broken anyway. We've got some heat on the go. Managed to get those off of that, but I'm not holding much hope for out of there and out of there, and there's a tube inside that. So I've got what's turned up today. We've got some bright bar, which I think is the same size. Actually might be a bit larger, a bit smaller, but we can cut down through here, cut through there, get that bit out. We can get that bit out, and we can make a new pin for it. So as long as we can salvage that, get the tube out, hopefully heat it up enough and get the remains of the rod out of it, we should be okay. Responsible recycling going on here, waste oil being collected. Right, well, they've happily drained out. My waste oil's gone, bar that little bit there, but that's only a couple of litres. So, job for another day. I'm glad that's done. It's Poets Day. Be off early. Tomorrow's Saturday. Well, just in case I don't get here tomorrow, I might not come in. I'll wrap this one up now. But there might be some tomorrow. So until then, thanks for watching. Click the like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and I'll catch you next time. Laters. I'm out of here.